We are just leaving the Stone Creek RV Park in Schertz, Texas, just outside of San Antonio. We've had a wonderful time this weekend visiting our family. So good to see people we love that we don't get to see very often. So today we are driving from the northeast side of San Antonio, Schertz, Texas, where we were staying, heading out northwest of San Antonio to a town called Vanderpool in the hill country to visit my husband's friend who was the best man at our wedding. So this is just going to be an overnight stay. We've got a reservation at a campground 3 miles from his house, and looking forward to that. Just stopped for gas. Just had a nice lunch at Aspen Grill on the outskirts of San Antonio, and looking forward to my nap. So we are now well west of San Antonio, and it is a very different kind of landscape we're driving through. It's just a little 2-lane highway with ranches on either side. Mesquite along the sides. We're not too far from the place we're staying tonight, Lost Maples State Recreation Area. And that's a good thing because I just woke up from my nap and there aren't a whole lot of rest areas out here. Just interesting terrain though, very different. I'm guessing this is what they call the Texas Hill Country. It's very hilly. It's been very up and down the last few minutes. So we're here in our camper set up. It's very hot here. I mean, the temperature is only about 83, but feels very hot. So we've got the air conditioner running. It's pretty noisy. And this is a task I have not been looking forward to. If you've been wondering how I managed to travel with chronic illness, well, this is a big part of it. I packed 2 weeks worth of medications. We're at the 2-week point, so now I have to refill all of them for the second half of the trip. This is why a road trip works well for me and why I rarely fly. I've got, I think 8 weekly reminder boxes for each week with prescription medications, supplements. We brought 1 plastic bin with all of this stuff I'm currently using, and then another plastic bin of extras for when we run out. My husband filled his medications. He's got like 2 little things, well, 1 little box for each week, so he just filled his already. There is no cell service here. We are really out in the middle of nowhere. So he's walking back to the camp office to call his friend who we're going to have dinner with tonight. And now I understand why he said we'll have dinner at our house, because there's really nowhere around here to go out. Okay, I got to get back to work. So it is a beautiful morning here in Lost Maples State Recreation Area in Vanderpool, Texas. Just, it was such a beautiful night. Perfectly clear skies, cool and dry. Just, this is a lovely spot. I'd love to stay here a little longer. And I think it's a good sign. We've said that about a lot of our stops. So I think the trip is going well so far, since We've often wanted to stay longer. There are some great trails here to waterfalls and rock formations. Not gonna have a chance to try those out. That's us right there. And oh, it was so nice with all the windows open on my bed last night. And I could actually put my head on the pillow, look up and see so many stars. It was really just beautiful. We had a nice dinner last night with my husband's friend and his wife at their gorgeous house. And gonna have a cup of tea and then it's time to pack up. And it was so dark and quiet last night. No traffic noises, no trains, no lights shining into my bed from the dance hall. Just complete darkness except for the beautiful stars and the sound of frogs, including some that sounded like barking dogs, which was a little weird, but we've never heard anything like that. Just very peaceful. Good night's sleep. We're driving back through the hill country. Very pretty. Very dry. Our friend said they've had a drought for a while. But the mountains and the trees, it's really pretty. Rolling hills. So we're all set up on Site 56 at McKinney Falls State Park. This is a beautiful state park. We are on a huge, nice shady wooded site. The state park is actually within the Austin city limits. So close to everything and just beautiful. There's a lot of hiking trails. There's this history here, waterfalls. There's a field of bluebonnets, which I can't wait to see. And yeah, and I'm glad we're in the shade. You can probably hear the air conditioning's running. It is 88 here in March. This is crazy. So my husband just went to refill one of our propane canisters, get some ice. I'm hoping we have time to do a really short walk to the lower falls when he gets back. And I'm going to try to get a start on my week 2 road trip vlog since we're already in week 3. We're walking to the Lower Falls Trail at McKinley Falls State Park. And it's got this wild, barren limestone rock area. It's like walking across the surface of the moon. But now, closer to the water, there's these little depressions filled with water here and there. And this is, do you know what river this is? Ken? And there's a little turtle sitting on the log there. So there is water here. We were starting to wonder. Little downstream portion here. Pretty. Yeah, I have a feeling some of this is normally covered with water, where all these little puddles are, and it's just very, very dry. So there is waterfalls after all, even in this dry. There's the lower falls. took people out fishing this late in the day. It's after 6 now. It's still in the mid-80s. So here's the moonscape portion leading up to the water. It is just a huge expanse of limestone that looks like at times it probably has water over it. And there's the water down there. And the falls way over there. We are on 6th Street in Austin, just looking around. We just walked through the Driscoll Hotel, but we'll go back past it. There's a couple of piano bars, restaurants, music, live music. So 6th Street seems to be a long strip of bars. Since I can't drink, that's not all that interesting to me, but there's some restaurants along here too. A couple of piano bars, which are always fun. And we have been looking at some of the historic plaques. A lot of these buildings are historic. Right here we have the Museum of the Weird. That sounds like fun. All kinds of crazy things along this street. My father-in-law was very fond of jackalopes, so enjoying that one. And most of these buildings are historic, so it's been interesting to stop and read the plaques. They're filled with bars now, but there's plaques telling all about the history and you know, what used to be in there. Lots of murals around here. So that's the historic hotel, the Driscoll, built in, it says 1885. So this is Congress Avenue, a little more commercial, but still there's Shiner's Saloon, Speakeasy, lots of sculptures and murals on the streets. Lots of scooters for rent. And over there is the Mexican Art Museum. So the gallery's closed right now, but the store is open. Looks like it's opening April 11th. That's too bad. An interesting mix of architecture here. You've got these tall, modern skyscrapers, but mixed in are these old historic buildings. That one built in 1897. The historic buildings all have markers on them. We've been taking a look at those. Oh, that's another one on the corner there. They've really mixed the history of the city in with the modern. So for years, our nephews and my husband have been telling me about the Texas bluebonnets, and we finally got here during bluebonnet season. This is a bluebonnet meadow in the state park right near our campground, and as you can see, it is filled with bluebonnets. Isn't that pretty? These are all over the place in Texas right now. And I think they're a little later in blooming this year, so we timed it just right. So we are here on the Congress Avenue Bridge at sunset. We're just about at sunset now. We're waiting for the bats to emerge from under the bridge. You can see people down there waiting and people out on boats. But it is raining. So from what we read, they'll come out if the rain is light, which it is right now, but not if it's heavy. So we're still hoping to see the bats emerge from under the bridge. We've seen a few here and there, some little scouts coming out to see what the weather's like, I think. Lots of people waiting. Okay, so it's past sunset now. So yeah, the winds are pretty strong. I don't think they're gonna come out, but we did see a few come out and swirl around and go back under. But see, all the boats are going in now, so I think that's it. There might be a break in the rain tomorrow around sunset, so we'll have to see. It is pretty though. I haven't taken much video today because it's been raining pretty hard all day. We went to the Blanton Art Museum on UT's campus, which was really nice. Met up with a virtual MECFS friend that I had never met in person before, so that was great. And now we're on South Congress Avenue, which is a really cool section of town. And we're gonna meet our great niece for dinner. Some really cool buildings around here. Very artsy district. I read somewhere yesterday that South Congress is kind of the heart of the Keep Austin Weird motto. And this is where we're having dinner. A place with the neon lights. Joanne's Fine Foods. It's a Tex-Mex restaurant. So we are having to close up in the wet, although it's not raining right at this moment, so we should be grateful for that. But everything's really dirty. And this campground is covered with pill bugs. And our broom was outside, and when we brought it in to sweep, we got hundreds of pill bugs in the camper. Yuck. So I think we got all of them out. And just trying to clean up and pack up and get on our way. Heading to Oklahoma today. Friday morning, and my hair is a mess from all this rain and humidity. I don't think she cut it quite short enough before I left. Anyway, we have left Austin. We had a great visit there. Really enjoyed exploring the city. Met up with an old MECFS virtual friend and with our great niece who just moved there. That was wonderful. And really got a feel for the city. Although it was raining all day yesterday and the night before, so there were certain things we wanted to do that we didn't get to, but we enjoyed it. That just means we'll have to come back. We have a long travel day today, maybe even longer than we thought, because we're on a road right now with a 75-mile-an-hour speed limit, which we can't go nearly that fast with the camper. So that means that all the estimates that we got off of Apple Maps or Google Maps are off. So this could be an even longer day than we expected. We are heading to Oklahoma. We have to go through Dallas-Fort Worth area, so that's probably going to be a mess later. And we're camping tonight at Lake Murray State Park in Ardmore, Oklahoma. And then tomorrow we'll just have a short drive into Edmond, which is my husband's hometown, so that he can play golf with his high school friend. And believe it or not, my high school friend from Western New York also lives in Oklahoma, and I haven't gotten to see her in a long time, so I will get to see her. We have another prime waterfront site at Lake Murray State Park in Oklahoma. We are right on the water, and in fact, we're out on a little peninsula in the lake. So there's water on all sides. It's cool and breezy, still cloudy, but the rain's gone and it should be just great sleeping tonight, which is good. And it's really interesting. We only drove from Texas to Oklahoma, but you can see that spring is a little further behind here. There's not as much green as we saw in Texas. Just starting. But looks like it's going to be a beautiful evening. We've got this lovely spot. And then just a short 2-hour drive tomorrow to get to my husband's hometown. He's very happy to be back in Oklahoma. The clouds are breaking up. Got a little late evening sun coming in. Just really beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful spot. Get the light on that sycamore tree. It's really pretty. This is when I like camping, and particularly this camper the most. When the weather's nice and you've got some privacy and a nice view. It's about 70 and breezy right now. It's gonna go down to 60 tonight. Perfect sleeping weather. I'm gonna unzip all the windows and really enjoy that. Cooking dinner right now. My husband's grilling the meat outside. And we've got the bed set up, and I mean, it's pretty easy to get everything set up once we get where we're going. Just pull the beds down, and that's about it. And yeah, we're both starving. It's almost 7:30. Sunset. Clouds are back. We had a beautiful clear night. we could see so many stars. It was really nice. And it was just as great as I expected. Sleeping last night, you could hear the water lapping against the shore, little breeze blowing. It was just lovely. I just came back from the shower. They have nice showers here. I mean, not nice, but you get your own little private room, which I like. And just gonna have some breakfast and get dressed. We left the camper hooked up last night, so we should have a quick exit. My husband is very excited today to get to his hometown and play golf with his best friend from high school. So in case you're wondering how I manage my chronic illness, or how I manage a trip like this with my chronic illness, this is a big part of it. I've got a very comfortable bed. I actually bought a new pillow on the trip because my neck was starting to hurt, but I needed one anyway. It was my pillow from home, but I needed a new one. And very comfortable bed. I take a nap every single day without fail, whether I'm at home or traveling. I need that rest in the afternoon to get me through the evening. And I have to actually sleep. It's not about just like lying down and reading. I do read for a little bit just to get sleepy, but then I need to sleep for at least 45 minutes to an hour every day. And when we're traveling, when we're driving all day, then I nap in the back seat of the car. And our days are actually pretty short because I need 10 hours of sleep a night in addition to that nap. So I'm spending a lot of time here. You know, in the morning, I've been getting up around 9. And, I mean, this morning I got up at 8:30 because I knew we needed an earlier start. But, yeah, so I usually sleep about 10 hours. I need that, plus the nap. And that's a big part of how I manage this. A lot of resting. And it may look like we're doing a lot of things like when we were in Austin in the city, but we're never out for more than maybe 2 hours at a time, maybe 3 with a meal. But then, you know, I come back to rest. In the evening, we're usually back here by 7. 8 o'clock is a really late night for me. Very often we will relax with a TV show on my laptop before we get into bed and read. And yeah, so I need a lot of sleep plus a nap. And of course I also take piles of pills every day. Medications, prescription medications, supplements, compounded medications. That has been a big deal on this 4-week trip. So this is our campsite in Edmond, Oklahoma, which is my husband's hometown. So he is out golfing with his high school friend. I'm waiting for my high school friend to come pick me up. Crazy as it sounds, growing up in Western New York, we both married men from Oklahoma. And so she lives nearby, and I've really missed her because with both of my in-laws passed away, we haven't been out here in a long time. So really excited to see her. We've got a nice campsite here. They've got these nice big pull-through sites with full services. It's pretty hot today. It's 85 right now, but very dry. And tomorrow the high is only supposed to be 64, so a wide range of weather. We are here just at the right time for the red buds to bloom. That is the state tree of Oklahoma, and they are all over the place. You can see them everywhere along here, and it's just really nice to be here at the right time. We hit Texas in the right time for the bluebonnets and Oklahoma in the right time for the redbuds. We do have a redbud tree in our yard at home, but they're all over the place here. And as I mentioned last night, you can see many of the trees are just now starting to bud out. But it's a beautiful day. We've got a nice campsite here for a couple of days and just looking forward to spending time with friends. And I just noticed something. This is in the back of our site. We have a lilac bush here that is blooming in March. This is amazing. I love lilacs. I'm from Rochester, New York, which is known for its lilacs, although they bloom much later there. And we have a lilac tree at home that I wait to bloom every year. Usually the lilacs come quite a bit after the red buds where we live, so this is interesting that they're blooming at the same time. But that's wonderful. They smell just great. So yesterday it was 85 out. I was in shorts and a t-shirt and had to turn the AC on for my nap in the camper. And it's in the 40s this morning. Had a little storm come through and it is cold. I had to get my winter coat back out. I haven't worn it since the first day of the trip. I'm wearing gloves. So it is supposed to warm up again, and the rest of the trip looks like 60s and 70s, but it is pretty chilly today. We are meeting some old friends for lunch and meeting other old friends for dinner, so enjoying our stay in Edmond. So we are leaving Arcadia Lake, now known as
turn left, then take the first left.
Central State Park. I haven't really shown you the lake, but there are campsites all around the edges on the lakes. There are very few in the middle. So lots and lots of lakefront spots here. It's chilly again this morning in the 40s. Sites. Lots to choose from here. To Lake Fort Smith State Park in Arkansas.